So what does it take to grow a real estate business in 2025? Some people will say that your network or connections are the most important thing, while others will say your listing presentation needs to be nailed. But often the simplest way to increase more sales that you're getting is just by simply generating more leads. The number of people that you close will be limited by the amount of leads that you have. Lead generation is therefore the most important aspect of your business to get right. That's why in this video, I'm going to reveal the best lead generation strategy for 2025. This is the exact same process that I've used to generate multi-million-dollar deals for my current realtor clients, and you can take and copy this exact same process and apply it for your business today. By the way, this will work for real estate businesses of all sizes, whether you're just starting out or you're a brokerage doing 7 figures a month or anywhere in between. So why is this actually important? Well, without what I'm about to cover in this video, you will be seen as the same as any other agent out there right now. And some people say you need to completely change your lead source or cold call or yada, yada, yada. But this is just simply not true. What I will cover in this video is how you can stand out and sign a ton of clients without having to do any stupid AI strategies or hard closing deals. And before I learned this, a lot of my realtor clients were caught up in the how are you different and had to rely on a lot of sales skills to get more clients. So in this video, I'm going to cover 1, how to dominate in hyper-competitive local markets. 2, we're going to cover the system that converts freezing cold prospects into dream clients. And then we're going to learn how to convert a cold lead into an ideal client in under 30 days. So if you've ever thought to yourself or ever wondered why 99% of realtors only grow from referrals, or if you've ever wondered if I could just talk to 10 warm leads per month, then we're gonna break down exactly how this works in this video today. So just starting off, there are 4 things that are gonna kill your real estate business. And the 4 main problems that 99% of realtors face are: 1, no one knows who you are. 2, you don't get enough leads. 3, all of your clients come from referrals and you can't or you don't get any new clients from cold traffic. And 4, 99% of the leads that you generate are unqualified. So why do these even exist in the first place? Well, the reason they exist is because when you try to get leads, you fail because you have a non-existent funnel. So you spend money on lead programs and it never works because you don't have a proper funnel built. You get disheartened and think it doesn't work. You're going to hire a Facebook ad agency guy that sets up just a basic campaign. Then you're going to get disheartened again when it doesn't work because you realize 99% of realtors just grow off referrals. One thing that is important and essential to understand is that only a tiny percent of the market is qualified. Only a tiny percent of the market is actually in a position to buy or sell. The biggest problem with online leads is they often opt in with fake info, like they're just trying to look at pretty homes, or they're just not simply in the position to buy or sell real estate. Very rarely is a lead an actual lead. And this is why so many realtors feel like online leads don't work. They get a ton of volume, they chase that volume, and then they end up empty-handed. So the average realtor's funnel looks something like this. They post content, or they have SEO, they have Instagram content, and it goes straight to the client. SEO, straight to the client. Basically, absolutely nothing is going straight to the client. You don't have any middle or bottom of funnel mechanisms in order to actually convert the leads, right? And so because of this, the leads are not moving forward. And there are 2 reasons why the leads don't move forward. 1 is timing and 2 is value. So number 1 is timing, as stated before. If timing is absolutely perfect, meaning someone needs a solution right now, they might be willing to take an offer that is less valuable. So, for example, if you were stranded on an island, you would probably empty your bank account to get back to civilization. I'd hope, I think. And timing has a massive impact on demand. So demand will determine your sales velocity, or how much sales you make, and what commission that you can charge. So number 2 is the value. So on the flip side, if you don't need the thing, or bad timing, the only reason you would ever buy something is an insane bargain. So for example, if I didn't need a new car, but Tesla came out with a great offer such as get a Cybertruck for 50 or 70% off, I might be inclined to buy it regardless of the timing. Therefore, if it is not the right time for someone to buy, you will need outsized value to get them into your system and get the best return on your marketing. So without timing or value, cold leads are not going to close, or they're going to be extremely hard to close. But referrals and inbound leads are so easy to close, and the reason for that is because the prospect is warm. You know it's the right timing for them because they've suggested to reach out, or they've reached out to you themselves, or they trust you because they've either consumed your content or have been recommended by someone in their network, right? So much easier than when a prospect is cold. They don't know who you are and don't have any goodwill built up towards you, right? This is so much easier. when you actually have, a referral, for example, or inbound leads coming from paid traffic or content. So the main question that you ask yourself is, why can't I just work with people who are ready to buy? And you can and should sell to people only when they are ready to buy. But the problem is, your problem is that when that day comes, they still don't know who you are. And if you're a famous person or you have a massive distribution network already, you're probably fine and can get clients that way. So here's the kicker. Waiting for referrals and inbound leads is not an effective marketing method anymore. As great as it is to get referrals, relying on them to grow your business is just leaving your future in the hands of other people, right? When the well of referrals dries up, what are you gonna do? What happens when the algorithm changes on Instagram and your lead flow falls off a cliff? You need a more comprehensive strategy. So why are cold prospects different? One, they're not really looking to buy or sell most of the time. They don't trust you, they don't know you, and they don't like you. So there are two ways to convert cold leads, right? One is you can give them a big value proposition that puts pressure on you and persuade them it will be true, or warm up the cold lead until the perceived value of your service is so high that when they go and buy or sell, you are the immediate default. And I will break both of these strategies later down in the video. So option one, what most people do is they'll send 10,000 follow-ups over the phone hoping to convert someone, and then they'll bait and switch people. Like, you're going to tell them, you'll give them one offer, and then when they're on the call, tell them that they don't qualify. Or you rely on getting really good at persuading people from freezing cold to totally sold and close people that can really never be closed. 9 times out of 10, people know what they want, right? Or option two, you can focus on getting more warm leads so that you can easily build trust at scale, much less hard. So getting more people to know, like, and trust you by creating valuable content that sells them on your services at the same time. And you can use lead magnets in order to build deep trust. Then you can build a sales funnel, a full sales funnel that nurtures leads from cold to sold effortlessly. And then you can close deals easily without any confrontation, no time wasted selling appointments, and you can become a trusted advisor. So here's how to create warm leads. Starting off, let's just look at Alex Hormozi's value equation. This is how people perceive what value actually is. So this is the equation. You have your dream outcome multiplied by the perceived likelihood of achieving it over the time delay multiplied by the effort and sacrifice, and that equals the value. So let's simplify this. For example, if the dream outcome is measured on a scale of 1 to 10 and is a level 5, and the perceived likelihood of achievement is 5, while the time delay and sacrifice are 1 low on the scale, the value is 25 units, right? But what if they don't trust you, someone that's a cold prospect? Let's say their dream outcome is a 5, but the perceived likelihood of achievement is a 0. It's going to equal 0, right? Because 0 over 1 is or undefined, right? 1 times 1 is 1, 5 times 0 is 0. Not ideal is the main point here, right? And the reality in 2025 is that trust is at an all-time low, right? So most people have been burned by an agent or in some way or another. And think of it like after you get heartbroken, right? The next relationship is never the same and you are slower to trust. So if they don't believe you, there's no inherent value. So look at the value equation. If someone doesn't know you, it means they don't trust you, which means they don't believe you or believe that you can deliver on the claim. So the dream outcome times 0, which is the perceived likelihood of achievement, means 0, as stated before, right? So think about trying to sell directly to a cold lead, right? Saying something like, hey, Mr. Stranger, would you like me to sell your home? And they're going to say something like, well, no, or maybe this goes on in their head, well, no, I have no idea who you are or if you're even good. Even if you have a track record, I'm skeptical of agents because I've been burned before. What if they trusted you, though? On the flip side, for someone that has built trust, their products and services have a higher value because you believe they can do what they say they can do. So using the Hormozi example, you believe that talking with them would lead to result, which means you would pay more, signaling higher value. So instead, now we're going to replace the perceived likelihood of achievement to 100 because they've been shown that you can actually deliver on what you're saying. Therefore, the value is going to go up. 10 times 100 is much greater than 10 times 0. So it's key to understand the perception of value here. So if someone's not converting, it is because you haven't given them anything of value in their own eyes, right? So for example, compare these two. 1, hi, I'm a realtor, work with me. Or 2, here's my 10-step guide for selling your home for 10% more. I've also worked with 30 clients to do the same. Which is more valuable? Objectively speaking, almost any homeowner would love to sell their home for more. They can perceive that value. So if they know you, they like you and trust you, you might be able to sell on the simple fact that you're an agent. But the problem is that you won't be able to sell on that fact to many people because it's only a small number of people that are brought into you. So if you were trying to sell the concept of eating a vegetable to a 5-year-old, you wouldn't say, hey, Mr. 5-year-old, Eat these vegetables. They're going to increase your longevity, mitochondria function, and brain health, because that is zero value to a 5-year-old, right? They couldn't care any less. And the way you would sell it is by saying something like, Batman likes vegetables. Would you like to be like Batman? When the buyer is not aware of the value you're delivering, you have to communicate in a way which allows them to perceive why it is valuable. Therefore, we need to build trust at scale. The more people trust us, the more valuable our services become, and of course, in turn, the more money we make. So, how much value you provide on the front end will determine your success. The more value you provide, the more people will want to work with you, the more referrals you'll get, the more money you'll make. So, how do you actually build trust? Well, step 1 is to make a promise, and step 2, the more important aspect, is fulfill on that promise. As you continuously make and fulfill on promises, people tend to get used to you backing up your claims. There is nothing more powerful for trust than this. So, what is the end goal? The end goal is maximum adoption/engagement. You want a lot of people to trust you. You want to create a valuable base of customers who know, like, and trust you, and then sell them stuff because they love you so much that they keep working with you and or referring you more business. So here's the solution. You're going to build a complete marketing funnel. And the steps are: 1, get attention; 2, add insane value and lead magnets on the front end; 3, make sure they're high quality lead magnets and they fulfill the promise; 4, push the prospects towards other conversion mechanisms, newsletters, content, trainings, etc. And then 5, use the initial value exchange to turn the prospect into an ideal client. And then 6, follow each step carefully or this will not work, like, at all. If you screw up one of these steps, it's going to screw up the entire funnel. So it's key to make sure every one of them are done properly. So if you have no way of getting attention, no one will know who you are. The most efficient way to get high quality attention nowadays in 2025 is hands down by far YouTube ads. So breaking down YouTube ads, where do they appear in the funnel? They're going to be top of funnel, all right? And their goal is to attract the audience and generate inbound traffic. Essentially, YouTube ads are the best ways to drive traffic. YouTube ads are the most scalable type of traffic in comparison to the others. One good ad funnel can truly change your life, and you only need one to get lucky, or you only need to get lucky once. So stacking on top of all the other benefits of organic YouTube, YouTube ads have been by far, in my experience, the most superior in quality than the other competitors. YouTube ads gives you far greater targeting capability as far as location, intent, and interest based in comparison like to Facebook, right? I've run Facebook ads before. It's by far greater in this sense. There is a night and day difference when it comes to video ads on YouTube over images and statics on Facebook or other platforms. So there are a few different ad strategies that you can use. You can either advertise a lead magnet or advertise book a call. And advertising book a call is one of my least favorite for the following reasons. So most of the time, they don't even know what you do. Most of the time, also, there's no report built beforehand as they haven't seen your lead magnets, email flows, etc. And this makes the call very tough. They don't trust you or view you as the expert, right? Same reason as above. But typically, lead magnet ads will perform better than book a call ads, but the cycle's a bit longer. You're going to get more calls quicker with book a call ads, but they will be much lower quality. So the secret of ads is that most people fail with ads, not because of the ads themselves, but because they don't have a complete funnel in place. So your lead magnets, your email flows, and your follow-up system all will have a larger impact on the performance of your ads than the ad copy or creative will itself. They will also allow you to qualify and nurture a much larger percentage of unqualified leads. So why does this work? Running paid ads works because you're essentially purchasing attention, right? So you pay a certain amount of money and a certain amount of people will see your ad and learn about you. So running paid ads to lead magnets is almost always better long-term than running ads to book a call, because think about it. From a lead's point of view, right? You're scrolling on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, minding your own business. Someone that you don't know, have never heard of, wants you to book a call or reach out. Their offer is pretty much the same as everyone else's offer and probably makes a claim that is really hard to believe. Now compare this to the following. You're scrolling YouTube, etc., minding your own business. Someone you don't know, have never heard of, or never met before, wants you to download their free thing. That's cool, Even if it sucks, it's free. You download it and you realize it's very good. You want more information about this person. You look and see if they're a realtor in an area that you were thinking about buying in, and because their free product was pretty good, you book a call and are excited to talk to them. Now we're going to break down lead magnets themselves, and where they appear in the funnel is middle of funnel content, and their goal is to nurture the leads. So what actually are lead magnets? If you haven't heard of lead magnets before, they're basically pieces of value, documents, guides, videos, checklists, etc., that you trade for someone's email address and contact information. If you don't offer a lead magnet, there's really no reason for someone to give you their email. It would be just pretty weird, right? So this is how you build your email list and capture the leads. So how you want to think about lead magnet is the best way to think about them is they are tools to help you automatically overcome objections at scale. They're essentially your knowledge and experience taken from your brain and put into a document or a guide or a checklist, etc. So people in your target market don't know what to do. They need your help. You can't help them all at once. You're just one person. However, when you put your lead magnets out into the world, they can take your place in the education process. So lead magnets work because without them, there would be no reason for people to give you their contact information. Without their contact information, you can't possibly sell anything to them. If you have a lead magnet addressing literally every single category of objection and concern, then you are essentially automatically overcoming objections at scale, and your lead magnets are knocking down objections and concerns one at a time until there are none left. If they need your service anyways, there will be no more objections or concerns, and they're going to hire you. So next we have follow-up systems, right? So where follow-up systems appear in the funnel is the bottom of funnel. So their job is to build authority and close deals, okay? So the quality of your follow-up system is massively important for the quality of your funnel. It doesn't matter how many leads you generate if you fail to convert them. So my follow-up systems currently, personally, are email marketing, SMS marketing, and phone-based follow-up. And the purpose of this is the goal of your follow-up is to give enough information and solve the objections needed for a lead to take the next step in working with you. So for example, buying or selling a house, right? So here are the systems I have in place, right? So number one, we have the mere exposure effect. Essentially is as soon as they opt in, you want 20 minutes of their full attention. So you do this by delivering the lead magnet instantly, and then exposure number one would be the thank you page. From here, then exposure number two would be the lead magnet and delivery email. This is going to be delivered immediately. Exposure number three is going to be email flows. So this is delivered after 5 minutes. Exposure number four, SMS marketing, also delivered after 5 minutes. And then exposure number five is a phone consultation. So you want to contact them within 5 to 15 minutes, ideally, right? So within this, now they've already gotten your lead magnet. They've gotten some emails and stuff, and they're already building, you're building your rapport and building your credibility with them before you ever actually get to call them. And now you're building that trust, right? If they trust you, they know you. If they know you, they like you. If they like you, they work with you. If they work with you, you're making money. So next we have email and SMS marketing. Essentially, what that looks like is they go from a YouTube ad, they get driven to a lead magnet, and then lead magnet one, you're going to have a delivery email and text. Essentially, you're going to be delivering the same messages just across different platforms, emails and texts. And from here, you're just going to want to use multiple different lead magnets to touch on different pain points or different people that cater towards certain lead magnets that they prefer over others, right? So next we have phone setting. So these are going to be your call flows. Essentially, what you're going to want to do is initially call the lead, double dial them, of course, under 30 minutes, ideally within, the first 5 minutes, and you're going to be the one actually doing it. And you're going to give them one call per day for the next 2 to 5 days. And then you want to have reply management. So managing replies, you want to reply in under 5 minutes. Make sure that you always push towards another lead magnet, conversion mechanism, or training in order to build more trust and, establish you as the one in authority. You're going to call responsive leads. So always ask one qualifying question at a time and never shoot for appointments without justification or value exchange. Always ask one qualifying question at a time. So actually getting started, you're going to be generating so many leads with this that it's actually kind of crazy, and you'll never truly understand it until it actually happens for you. The best situation to be in is a little bit overwhelmed by the lead flow at first, but have the cash on hand to make key hires, whether it's assistants or buyers agents, etc., rather than the inverse of not having enough leads or cash to create systems and take back your time through hiring. So if you want to get this system implemented and done for you, and you'd want to work with me and get my 3-step YouTube ad system, which includes scripts, recording done with you, editing, lead magnets, landing pages, email and SMS marketing, all done for you, then feel free to book a call with me below. That pretty much sums up the best real estate lead generation strategy for 2025. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.